Hi, good morning students. As we discussed in the previous chapter, for the first PUC, some related basic concepts about a computer and some configurations we discussed, and also applications of the computers we discussed, and also how the computers are nowadays we are using in the different field. All these things we discussed in actually the chapter number 1. Dear students, this is chapter number 2, first PUC, that is input and output memory devices. Input and output memory devices. Based on this chapter, we are going to discuss about some devices like input, output, as well as some memory devices, how we are using, and what are all its configurations, what are all its specifications, and all these general topics we will discuss about in chapter number 2, that is input and output memory devices. As well as before coming to the introduction of this chapter, let us discuss about some weightage of this chapter. So, as we know, this is chapter number 2 for the first PUC. The weightage of this chapter is total 6 marks. From this chapter, you will get 1 mark question and 1 2 mark question and 1 3 mark question. There is no 5 marks question from this chapter. So, hence total 6 marks, 1 plus 2 plus 3. Total 6 marks weightage chapter. And if you are going to introduction, so as we know, nowadays we are using computer. So for that computer we need some devices. We will call that devices in a technically that are all hardwares. So without hardware and software, the computer is a nothing. That's why to access any software, we need a one kind of input. If we want to process, we need a one minimum input from the users. So as we know that a computer is in a combination of all hardware, software, and some devices what we are using to start. So all that hardware devices and softwares will help to perform. So especially in this chapter, we are going to discuss about major 3 concepts. One is input device, second one is output device, and also some memory devices. See, exactly if you are coming to the topic input and output memory devices. So I will directly come into the topic, that is input devices. Dear students, I will take one example to demonstrate how the input devices will be operate. See, if any operation want to perform means minimum operators are required. For example, if we need a one calculation, that is somewhat I want to add the 2 numbers, 2 plus 2 is equals to 4. So in that particular example, you will get some description about some input and output and process, how that example is describing that input and output operations. See, let us simple example. Without 2 plus 2, we will not get the 4. Then very easily we are getting a knowledge. We need a minimum inputs for the operation. There that operation is addition. Plus will be the operation. 2 plus 2 will be the operators, and exact result we will get after that, that is 4. Like that, in the computer also, if it want to perform, it requires some inputs. It may be in the form of characters, alphabets, numericals, symbols, whatever the keys we have, whatever the type it may be. But without inputs, there is no operation. There is no operation. Hence, the input and input devices are playing a key role for the operations. If we are giving in any format, but the computer will understand these inputs in the zeros and one only, because computer understands the binary language, machine language, that is in the forms of 0 and 1. Hence, the computer will convert whatever the input will given by the user, automatically that input will be converted into 0 and 1. Later that will be understood by the computer, then that will be operate. So that is a process. So let us start with one device and what are all its specifications, types, and where we are using. All these things we will discuss in input devices. See, if I come into the first topic, that is input devices. So in the exact computer, we have so many input devices like keyboard, mouse, joystick, optical recognition readings, OCR, OMR, MICR, some barcode readers, joystick, light pens. All these devices we will consider that are all input devices. Why? Why we are not calling monitor as an input device? Why we are not calling speakers or input device? We have a reason. Because that will be produced after the process. That means a monitor will display the image or videos after the process. So hence that device is an output device. Okay. And also why the speaker is not an input device? Because for the speaker we will not give any input directly. From the speaker we will get the sound with some operations of the inputs. Hence, so this is what a basic concept in this chapter we are going to learn. So coming to the topic, how the input devices will work, what will be the definition. So according to the definition, if I want to call what is input device, or in examination if they ask define input device or what is input device, this will be the definition. An input device is used to feed data into a computer. Input device is used to feed the data. Feed means we are giving a data to the computer. But here one thing is there. Computer will not understand what we are given, that is human understandable form. Computer will not understand this human understandable form, but computer will understand machine understandable language. That is what we call as machine language, that will be converted that inputs into 0 and 1. So this is the exact definition of the input device. See here, an input device is used to feed the data into computer, but computer converts it into machine language, that is in the form of 0 and 1. Because computer will understand only that language, hence that will be converted into machine language, that is in the form of binary digits, that is 0 and 1. After that, what are all the input devices we are using? What are all its types? Let us discuss that input devices types. After the definition of the input device, we are going to discuss some what are all the devices we are using, especially the input devices. So in that, the first input device I will consider, that is a keyboard, mouse, joystick, etc. What I said earlier. So all these devices are, we will consider that is a input device. So in that type, I want to consider first one, that is a keyboard. So generally, dear students, you know Nowadays, leave it that computer matter. If I come into your mobile, some years back you have a keypad mobiles, basic mobiles. So in that mobile you will get some keys. That's why that mobiles are called as keypad phones or keypad basic phones, basic sets. So in that phone you will get some numericals, alphabets, combinational keys you will get, especially for 9 to 12 keys you will get that is in the basic handsets. See, why I am telling means how the mobile will work same, the operation computer also will work. So with the help of that keypad, that mobile will displace what you enter that keys in that keypad, automatically the number or a character that will be displayed in the monitor. Right, like that. In computer also, with the help of the keyboard, computer accepts the inputs. So then what will be its definition? See, it is an input device used to enter both numeric and character data. So with the help of the keyboard, we have a chance to give a input. Either it may be a numericals or a characters, also called as alphanumerical, because the combination of all these, it may be in alphabets, numericals, special characters, functional keys, that later we will discuss. But if I want to give character as well as the numerical, we will need one particular input device. That input device is what we call as keyboard. So dear students, then one thing you are getting. So that is, keyboard is in a one type of the input device. With the help of the keyboard, we have a chance to give the input to the computer. So in keyboard also, it has some its specifications, characteristics or types and all these things we have. So let us discuss about what are all the types of keys we are using in the keyboard. Because as you know, nowadays in one standard keyboard is there, means a minimum 108, remember. So minimum 108 keys are present in that type of the keyboard. So but if you are closely observe the keyboard, you will get some combinational keys like alphabets are there, numericals are there, special characters are there, functional keys are there. So all these combinational keys we are calling that keyboard is in one input device. So then keys, what are all the types of the keys in the keyboard? See here, in the keyboard we have some alphanumerics. As I said earlier, this is a combination of both number and alphabets. So these kinds of the keys also present in the keyboard, and also special keys. Alphanumerical, then you know that is 1, 2, 3 numericals. Then later that is alphabets A, B, C characters. That will be a one type of the example. Then what will be the special keys? So if you are closely observe the keyboard, you will get some keys like control, okay, some special keys like tab, enter, shift, okay. Some these kinds of the keys also will able to watch in the keyboard. So these categories keys of what we call as special keys, and also functional keys. See, functional keys are represented by F1 to F12. Functional keys. Functional keys are studied by function 1 to function 12. So these are all the some types of the keys we have in the keyboard. Alphanumerical, it consists of both alphabets as well as numericals. Special keys, this is control, tab, enter, alt. These are all the special keys we are using in the keyboard. And the functional keys in the top of the row of the keyboard, that is functional keys like F1 to F12. These keys we are using. So why these keys are using? What are its major function? Let us discuss later in this chapter. But now we will coming to know in keys also we have three types. One is alphanumerical keys, special keys as well as functional keys. Then we are entering to the one more topic of the keyboard, that is types of the keyboard. Types of the keyboard. See dear students, before going to the types of the keyboard, one thing I want to share. So each and every devices are classified based on its some configuration or based on its performance, based on its working principle. So we have some criteria. We have some criteria for the classification. Like that, here also we are classified some types of the keyboard. But one thing you should remember, all these types of the keyboard are classified based on its property and configuration. So then what are all these major criteria? If they want to ask, means this is based on its configuration, working principle. So we classify the keyboard into major 5 types. What are all the 5 types of the keyboard? Let us discuss now. The 5 types of the keyboard, if I come into the first type of the keyboard, that is standard keyboard, ergonomic keyboard, wireless keyboard, virtual keyboard and compact keyboard. Now we will enter into the what all its definition, how these types of the keyboards will work. Let us discuss. Once again I will repeat, we have 5 types of the keyboard: standard, ergonomic, wireless, virtual and compact. So these are all the 5 types of the keyboards we are having types. So now we will discuss what's it main definitions, or why we are classified these types of the keyboard into 5 categories. See here. If I come into the first type of the keyboard, that is standard keyboard. As the name implies, standard keyboard will have almost all types of the keys. Standard keyboard contains or consists almost all type of the keys. Almost all types of the keys are present. Then one thing you are thinking. So in that standard type of the keyboard, it consists alphanumerical, special and functional keys. Combination of all these keys as well as that is a standard keyboard. Hence a standard keyboard consists minimum, that is 108 keys. 108 keys. Minimum it will be having some numbers. If I want to tell that the keys, that is minimum 108 keys are present in a one standard keyboard. It may be vary in advanced types of the keyboard, but generally we have one standard. For the standard keyboard, total numbers of the keys, that minimum, that is 108 keys will be present. Then in this type of the standard keyboard, as I said earlier, combination of all these 3 categories of keys are present. In this keyboard, alphabets are there, numericals are there, then alphanumeric, and it consists special keys also. Alt, Control, Tab, Enter, what are the special keys we are using? All special keys also there. And also functional keys, F1 to F12, all these types of the keys are present. Hence, this type of the keyboard is what we called as standard keyboard. So it consists minimum 108 keys in this type of the keyboard. Then here I wrote one format, QWERTY, QUERTY, QWERTY keyboard. So if we, what is this QWERTY? If you have any confusion in this type of the characters just once. If you have a computer in your home, just see the keyboard. Just see the keyboard. There, the alphabet rows you will get in the forms of QWERTY. See, for the first key, Q, W, E, R, T, Y. That will be the row, first row. Minimum 6 characters, 6 alphabets that will be from rows format by these sequence of the alphabets only. That's why Q, W, E, R, T, Y. QWERTY will be the format of that particular keyboard. If you are able to if you are able to see the keyboard in your home or in your lab when you are entering to the lab, that time you just observe the keyboard. The characters are placed in the keyboard, that is in this form only, that is QWERTY. That's why this type of the keyboard is also called as QWERTY type of the keyboard, QWERTY tab or QWERTY keypad. So we will call that is QWERTY keypad, QWERTY keyboard, like that. In some years back, in the mobiles also, these types of the QWERTY keypads are present. If you have a knowledge about Motorola, that will be a very famous. It will be a very famous handset, Motorola, for especially for the keypad handset. That is especially with the keys. That is a QWERTY keypad. So that's why that time so many of the users are using the Motorola handset for this very convenient messaging, because that should have a QWERTY keypad. That's why that much popular at that time Motorola. But present days we are unable to see these kinds of the phones, because with the smartphone era we are not getting all these QWERTY keypads. So let us leave it that part. Then if I come into the second type of the keyboard, that is ergonomic keyboard. What is this keyboard? See, dear students, all keyboard will not be suited for all. All type of the keyboards will be not suited to all types of the users. Some users need a standard keyboard. Some users need a compact keyboard. Some users need stressless keyboard. I will repeat the word, stressless keyboard. When they are operating that keyboard, their own wrists will be very flexible and very easy to handle that keyboard. That types of the keyboards also present nowadays, because that depends on the users, how they need. So some people, they require their fingers or their hands or wrist should be free, easy, stressless, feel they want with the help of that keyboard. For that kind of users, this type of the keyboard is made. That's why ergonomic keyboard is least amount of stress we need to operate for that. That's a rest, very comfortable for hand. So that type of the keyboard is what we call as ergonomic keyboard. So standard keyboard, it contains all 108 and QWERTY keypads. Ergonomic keyboard is the least amount of stress. Sir, then why we are calling the standard keyboard is not is a ergonomic keyboard? That's what I am saying. For the users, they need some stressless keys, stressless format of the keyboard. For that types of the users, this keyboard is made. That is what we call as ergonomic keyboard. That's with the help of this least amount of stress when they are using operating of the keyboard. Hence, this is somewhat for the user-friendly keyboard. Then coming to the third type of the keyboard, wireless keyboard. As the name indicates, in these types of the keyboard there is no wire. There is no wire. Then, sir, then how wireless keyboard will work? And based on which technology that keyboards will work? If you have a doubt about this about this topic means, see, almost all the wireless devices we have some unguided media. That is, it may be in a radio waves, infrared waves, satellites, laser technologies, and also Bluetooth, Wi-Fi. All these unguided medias are wire free or wireless. We don't require any wire for the operation. Sir, then how that will be communicate? How that will be connect? Keyboard without wire, how it will be connected to the computer? See, dear students, if any wireless devices we are using means, through that devices we will have a chance to connect with the help of one signal receivers. It may be in the form of Bluetooth, infrared rays, or Wi-Fi technology. So many methods are there. With the help of these technologies, these types of the keyboard or a mouse or any other devices will be operated. One thing you should remember, these kinds of the devices require signals for the operation. It may be any format, and also it requires some power, because these devices are not directly connected to the computer with the wire. Hence, it requires power supply also. But wireless devices means from where it will get the power means through the shell. Through the shells, these kinds of the devices, it may be in a small shells or larger in shells, sizes it maybe depends. But with the help of the shells, these devices will be operated. Shell with the signals. Then these devices will be operated as a wireless device. See your mobile. Mobile is also a wireless device. Without wire that we are operating, then where is signal? Is it able to watch? No. Then how these devices will be getting power? You will plug it to the charger, and that will be it will be getting to the power with the help of the charger. Automatically the mobile will be charged. Then eject that wire, and you will use commonly. Like that in keyboard also, there is no charging point, but as I said, shells are required for the operations of the wireless devices like a keyboard. So these one common definition. These devices doesn't require any wire for the operation. Then virtual keyboards. So as the name says, virtual. Virtual means it is not a original. It is not a original device. It is an image of that original. Image of that original means, if I want to explain this, I will give some one short example. So nowadays you are able to see almost all smartphones. So in your smartphone, when you want to on the screen, smartphone means there is no keys, physical keys are not present in your phone, because all the screen is a touchpad screen. Hence, so you will not get any physical keys for the that's for to operate. But even then also, with the help of the software, you have a chance to operate the keys. That is with the help of the software. When you enter to the keypad in your smartphone, automatically one software will be enabled with the help of series of the characters with the keypad. That's not a physical, that's not a original keypad, but that is a virtual keypad of the original. Means that is acting as a duplicate. But with the help of this particular virtual keyboard, we have a chance to operate almost all operations. So that's why a virtual keyboards are the keyboards that will be operated as original keyboards, but that is not in the physical form, that is in the form of inbuilt software. See, in your smartphone you have a chance to see the virtual keyboard. When you are entering to the message, automatically the keypad will be open. That is not a physical keypad, correct? So this is what we call as virtual keyboard. So like that in your computer also we have a chance to able to see these virtual keyboards in your operating system. It may be in a Mac OS, it may be in a Windows OS, it may be a Linux or Unix, whatever the operating system, you have a chance to see the virtual keyboard in your software. You just search, you just go to, in Windows means you just go to search and just search keyboard. Automatically one software of the keyboard, online keyboard or virtual keyboard, automatically that will be open. That types of the keyboard is what we call as virtual keyboard, that is working with the help of the software based. That's why these kinds of the keyboards are called as virtual. This is not a physical based. This is not a hardware based. This is a software based. In that computer, in your computer itself, in your mobile itself, the keyboard is present. With the help of the software, you have a chance to operate. That types of the device is what we call as virtual keyboard. Then, at last we are coming compact keyboard. See dear students, almost all you saw the laptops or tabs and all these things. So in your some laptops, some types of the laptops, small size of the laptops, if you are able to see, in the absence of the numerical keypad, but the laptop will be operated. The combinational alphanumerical keys presented in its one row itself. Very clearly we are concluding this topic. Compact keyboard means less numbers of the keys present in this type of the keyboard. Very clearly we will say, in this type of the keyboard there is no numerical keys. That's why compact keyboard absent of numericals. Especially for some laptops we are using these types of the keys. Compact keyboard means almost all keys are present, but that should be in a limited. Numerical keys are present but not separate keypad for that. That will be somewhat merged with the alphabets. That is what we call as a compact keyboard. Less numbers of the keys, absence of the numerical pad. It's also some laptops you are able to see these kinds of the keyboards. So dear students, this is what 5 types of the keyboard: standard, ergonomic, wireless, virtual and also compact keyboard. Standard keyboard means it will contain almost all types of the keys with a minimum 108 keys. And also in this type of the keyboard, the format for the alphabet, that is a QWERTY, QUERTY, QWERTY types of the keyboard. So especially rows of these keys will be formatted by following this format. And also if I coming to the second type, ergonomic keyboard, it is a stressless for the rest-free keyboard for some types of the users need. And also wireless keyboard, these keyboards will be operated with the signals, and also it may be an IR or a Bluetooth, but these kinds of the keyboards that are very clearly we are able to tell that devices will not contain any wires. And virtual keyboards, this is not a physical keyboard, this is not a hardware, but these types of the keyboards are present in your computer or your mobiles, but that is a software based. That is what virtual keyboard. And also finally compact keyboard. Compact keyboards are the types of the keyboard with a less keys and also absence of the numerical keypads. Especially some laptops we are able to see these types of the keyboard, especially that is compact keyboard. That's why what earlier I said, all these types of the keyboard will be that is based on the user requirement. Based on user requirement, some people they need ergonomic, some people they need wireless, some people standard, like that. That is user opinion to choose which type of the keyboard they want. So finally, the keyboard is a one input device. With the help of the keyboard, we have a chance to give input to the computer, and we have some types of the keys and we have some types of the keyboards. After this, we'll moving to the one more topic of the input device, second device, very important device, small device, that is mouse.